how do you hope to resolve the electricity problem in Nigeria? How long can it take you?
First and foremost, let me start by referring you to go and read both what the Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore said and the ruler of Dubai. Ruler of Dubai, their own being recent, he said what he does is to learn from other countries what they are doing right and bring it back to Dubai and do it right. So for me, I go to where I think people have done the right things to learn. Egypt, Vietnam, and India have deployed the fastest electricity program in the past 5 years. Egypt moved their power generation, transmission, and distribution from about 20,000 to over 55,000 today, within 5 years. So for me, in a country like ours of 200 million people, generating only about 4,000, when the second biggest in terms of economy in Africa, being South Africa, is generating over 50,000, and Egypt generating over 50,000. The experience of Egypt, I decided to go and learn. I visited the power plant to see what they were able to do within that 5 years. I visited the power plant, visited the company that executed the project, had a very useful meeting with the CEO of the company, visited the power holding company of Egypt, and other agencies that are involved to learn what they did, as well as visited the financiers of the project. What they were able to do, so all I can tell you, can easily happen here. And my commitment is that Nigeria can be able to generate, transmit, and distribute 15,000 megawatts within a 4-year period of a government. Because in Egypt, their target was 5 years, but the way the plans were executed, they were achieved under 3 years. But it has to be a holistic thing with everybody hands-on and followed religiously. It was an easy thing, and I spoke to everybody, like I said, from the construction company to the power holding company to the financiers and everything. It can be done here, and it is one of the things that I'm totally committed to making a difference of. And it is critical. You can't talk about production without talking about power. It is ensured that for every 1,000 megawatts of electricity you're able to produce, you'll probably be adding almost 1% to your GDP. So it is critical, 1% growth. So it is critical for us to do that as aggressively as possible. Nigeria today, with our population, and if we are going to make any meaningful step in being productive, requires at least 30,000 megawatts of electricity. It would be difficult, but I assure you that we will achieve half of that as quickly as possible.
I have said this and I will still say it over and over again, that none of all these people coming out from different directions for the position of Nigerian president will be able to achieve, even in 6 months, what Peter Obi will do in 1 week. Peter is just too capable for this particular position, and he is highly very experienced in different areas. And most importantly, He has that mega interest to see things work in the country, generally for everybody. We just have to support him for things to work in our country the same way it works in different places we give as example of developed nations. Honestly,